Welcome back to Smart Family. If you have been diagnosed, or maybe you know someone who has diabetes, well, how do you know what is good to eat and what is not? But when it comes to treating diabetes, well, we have the answer. Joining us now is Candace Dancho, who's a registered dietitian with Banner Gateway, to help educate us on what we should be eating and not eating if we have diabetes. So thank you so much for joining us, Candace.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So when it comes to someone who is diabetic, are there foods that they should be avoiding?
Well, we don't encourage people to avoid, but rather to limit certain foods in their diet for the portion size. So we want them to limit things like high sugar foods, beverages, sodas, desserts, and sweets. Also foods with hidden added sugar, such as ketchup, jelly, peanut butter may even have hidden added sugar, and also follow a low-fat diet.
Okay, so somebody who has diabetes, you want them to basically primarily avoid sugar.
Limit sugar.
Okay, limit sugar.
Yes.
So will that cause their insulin levels to go up or insulin levels to go down?
Yeah, it's the carbohydrate in food that, when digested, turns into their sugar in their blood and makes their blood sugar go up.
Okay, so that is no. You don't want that if you have diabetes.
Just control the amount.
Okay, control the amount. Well, I like that when you say there are no foods to avoid. Overall. So, but what is the ideal foods that a diabetic should be eating?
Encourage lots of good carbohydrates, whole grain foods, fruits and vegetables. Beans and lentils are also good carbohydrates. These foods have a lot of fiber in them, which helps slow the rise of the blood sugar and it gives people energy throughout the day versus just a spike.
Exactly. But don't you think that that helps people in general, regardless of whether you have diabetes or not?
Exactly. The diabetic diet is just a healthy diet that everybody should be following.
Well, don't you like that one? Okay. So it's just a healthy diet that we should all be following. I like that. You know, on a side note, are you familiar with agave? You know, the agave nectar, that syrup?
Oh,
yeah, have you heard of that?
I've heard of that.
So with the insulin levels, you know, that is supposed to not spike you up. So that's a good sweetener there, too. I hear stevia is, too, also. But why don't you show me some examples, because we've got some food here that you have some examples of what somebody who has diabetes, or just in general, what a person should be eating to have purposeful eating and be healthy.
Yes. The first snack here is mixed berries. There's blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Berries and fruit do have carbohydrate in them, but they also have fiber, and so that fiber is good for slowing the rise of that blood sugar and extending energy throughout the day. Okay,
so it's kind of like Mother Nature's way of having you eat instead of getting like processed candy bars, stuff like that. So if you're going to have sugar, you want to have sugar that's like fruit, natural stuff, with no high corn fructose and everything like that. Okay, next you've got some peanut butter and celery.
Exactly. Celery is a vegetable very low in carbohydrates, so that's a good snack. Peanut butter also is very low in carbohydrates. This is a natural peanut butter. Some peanut butters do have high fructose corn syrup in it.
Can you believe that? I was like
you wouldn't expect that.
Oh my gosh, some of the major brands have some. I was shocked at that. You know, why is that? I have no idea.
Second ingredient, I know.
Okay, exactly. Okay, and almonds.
Almonds, just a quarter of a cup, a slight handful of almonds, very low carbohydrate, if no carbohydrate, good protein, omega-3 fats.
So it has the ideal fat.
As well. Yep, for heart health. Okay. So also good.
And then what is this fabulous, yummy little dish here?
This is a nice little quinoa cold salad. Quinoa is a different grain. Different whole grain, so it's got fiber in it, and it also has a little more protein than your normal whole grains like rice.
Actually, quinoa is one of the healthiest grains out there because it has the highest protein available. I think it's like 9 grams per serving or something. Who would have thunk it? And I gotta say, quinoa pasta is absolutely delicious. You should try it. Okay, we've got Kashi cereal here.
Yes, Kashi cereal. All cereals are gonna have some carbohydrate in it. This particular cereal for this serving, this cup, has 9 grams of fiber. So again, it slows your rise of your blood sugar. Okay, so bottom line is that if you're diabetic, you don't want to raise, spike up your insulin. You want things to go nice and smooth and consistent. Well, I like that, Candace. Some great information. Thank you so much for coming on. Well, if you would like more information of what you should be eating and what you should maybe take less of, just go to our website at abc15.com and click on the Lifestyle tab.